Have you ever dreamt of owning a piece of the earth, a place to call your own and build your legacy? Perhaps you envision rows of towering skyscrapers generating a steady stream of income, or maybe a cozy cabin nestled amongst the trees, a haven for relaxation and rejuvenation. Whatever your vision, real estate investing can be the key that unlocks the door to your dreams. But let's be honest, scaling the real estate mountain can seem daunting. The jargon, the processes, the risks, it's enough to make anyone take a step back. But fear not, intrepid investor. This step-by-step guide will be your trusty rope and compass, guiding you through each twist and turn on your journey to real estate mastery. Number 1, educate yourself. Before you put any money down, it's important to understand the real estate market and the different investment options available. Read books, articles, and blogs. Talk to experienced investors. Take a real estate investing course. Imagine you're going on an epic adventure to a land called real estate. It's full of exciting possibilities, but also some hidden dangers. Before you jump in, wouldn't you want to learn the lay of the land? That's what educate yourself means. It's like grabbing a trusty map and compass before you set off. You'll read books, scrolls, and articles written by wise real estate explorers. You might even chat with some friendly locals who've been there and done that. This knowledge is your treasure. It'll help you avoid pitfalls, find hidden gems, and make the most of your real estate adventure. So, pack your curiosity and get ready to learn. It's going to be an amazing ride. Number 2, define your goals. What do you hope to achieve by investing in real estate? Do you want to generate rental income? Fix and flip properties for a quick profit? Build long-term wealth? Once you know your goals, you can start to narrow down your options. Imagine you're going on an adventure. You wouldn't just jump in your car and start driving, would you? No way. You'd need a destination, a place you want to be when the journey's done. Investing in real estate is kind of like that adventure. It's exciting, but it's important to know where you're headed first. What do you want to get out of it? Maybe you want to be like a money magnet, pulling in sweet rental income every month? Or perhaps you're a fixer-upper whiz, dreaming of transforming fixer-uppers into sparkling gems and selling them for a quick profit. Then again, maybe you're playing the long game, building a real estate empire that'll last for generations. That's awesome too. The important thing is to figure out what makes your heart race when you think about real estate. Is it the steady income, the thrill of a renovation, or the security of long-term wealth? Once you know that, you can pick the right path and zoom towards your goals. Number 3, choose your investment type. Choosing the right type of real estate investment is like picking the perfect flavor of ice cream. It all depends on your taste. Do you crave the steady drip of rental income, like the smooth sweetness of vanilla bean? Or are you more of a risk taker, willing to flip a fixer-upper for a burst of rocky road delight? Here's a taste of some popular real estate scoops to tantalize your fancy. Residential rental properties, the classic vanilla bean. This is where you buy a house or apartment and collect rent from tenants. It's a steady income stream, like that familiar vanilla milkshake that always hits the spot. With pros, consistent income, appreciation potential, tax benefits. Cons, requires management, repairs, vacancy risks. Commercial real estate, think Rocky Road with its mix of nuts and chocolate chunks. This could be anything from office buildings to retail stores. It's riskier than residential, but offers higher potential returns, like that surprise almond you bite into. With the pros, higher income potential, diverse tenants, professional management options. Cons, more expensive, sensitive to economic changes, complex financing. REITs, real estate investment trusts, imagine a fancy gelato shop with an array of flavors. REITs own and operate different types of real estate, and you can invest in them like stocks. It's a delicious way to get a taste of the market without buying a whole property. With the pros, easy to invest in, diversified holdings, professional management. Cons, no direct control over property, lower returns than direct ownership. Real estate crowdfunding. This is like a DIY Sunday bar. You team up with other investors to buy a property or fund a project. It's a chance to be part of something bigger and potentially scoop up some sweet returns. With the pros, lower barrier to entry, access to unique deals, potential for high returns. Cons, less control, illiquid investments, risk of project failure. Number 4, determine your budget. How much money can you comfortably afford to invest? Remember to factor in not only the down payment, but also closing costs, renovations, property taxes, and insurance. Imagine you're planning a super fun birthday party for your best friend. You want to have the best decorations, the most delicious snacks, and invite everyone. But you also don't want to spend all your birthday money in one go, right? Investing in real estate is kind of like throwing that epic party. It's exciting, but you gotta be smart about your budget. So, the first step is figuring out how much money you can comfortably splurge on this party, or property. In this case, here's what you need to consider: down payment, closing costs, renovations, property taxes, and insurance. Once you've considered all these costs, you'll have a better idea of how much you can realistically afford to spend on your real estate investment. Remember, it's not just about the down payment. Be a responsible party planner and factor in everything to avoid any unwelcome surprises later. Number 5, determine your budget. How much money can you comfortably afford to invest? Remember to factor in not only the down payment, but also closing costs, renovations, property taxes, and insurance. Imagine you're planning a fancy dinner party. You got to figure out how much you can spend without, well, breaking the bank. It's the same with real estate investing. First, decide how much you're comfortable putting down as a down payment. Think of it as your fancy appetizer. Spread the bigger, the better, but you don't want to go overboard. Next, picture the main course, closing costs. These are like the hidden fees at the restaurant, things like loan fees, inspections, and title insurance. They add up, so be sure to budget enough. Now for the sides, renovations, property taxes, and insurance. These are your ongoing costs, like the drinks that keep the party going. Factor them in to make sure you can afford the whole meal, not just the down payment. Remember, you don't want to be the host who runs out of bubbly. Be realistic and honest about your budget, and you'll be well on your way to a successful real estate investment dinner party. Number 6, make an offer. Once you've found a property you like, it's time to make an offer. Be prepared to negotiate on the price and terms. Okay, let's imagine you found the house of your dreams. It's got that perfect curb appeal, a backyard that practically begs for barbecues, and a kitchen that would make any chef jealous. You're ready to make it yours, but how do you actually do that? Making an offer is like telling the seller, "Hey, I love your house so much. I'm willing to give you this much money for it." It's like a special handshake that says, "Let's make a deal." Here's how it usually goes: pick a price. Get ready to negotiate. Don't forget the extras. Seal the deal with earnest money. Remember, making an offer is all about showing the seller how much you love their house and how much you want to take care of it. Be confident, be respectful, and be ready to negotiate. And who knows, maybe you'll be sipping tea on your new porch swing in no time. Number 7, close the deal. Once your offer is accepted, it's time to close the deal. This involves working with a lender, title company, and real estate agent to finalize the paperwork. Imagine you're at the checkout counter after finding the perfect pair of shoes. You've picked the right size, color, and style, and you're ready to take them home. But there's one last step: paying for them and making them officially yours. That's what closing the deal is like in real estate. It's the final step after your offer for a house is accepted. It's where you go from, "We agreed on a price," to "This house is now mine." Think of it like putting the finishing touches on a masterpiece. You found the perfect house, you've negotiated the terms, and now it's time to tie up all the loose ends and make it official. Number 8, manage your property. If you're buying a rental property, you'll need to find tenants, collect rent, and handle repairs. You can do this yourself, or hire a property manager. Imagine you're the captain of a ship, and your rental property is your trusty sailboat. You're responsible for keeping it shipshape and making sure everything runs smoothly. Here's what that looks like. Finding a crew, you need a reliable first mate. Tenants, who'll keep things tidy and pay rent regularly. Screen them carefully, like checking their references, to avoid any mutinies. Collecting treasure, rent is your booty, so make sure you get it on time and in full. You can set up automatic systems to make things easier, or be the friendly pirate who collects it personally. Fixing leaky decks, stuff breaks, that's inevitable. Be prepared to patch up leaks, fix squeaky floors, and maybe even replace a sail, aka carpet every now and then. You can do it yourself if you're handy, or hire a professional shipwright repair person to help. It's all about keeping your ship, property, in good condition and your tenants, crew, happy. You can be the captain who steers everything yourself, or delegate some tasks to a trusty quartermaster, property manager to lighten your load. Remember, a happy crew makes for a smooth sail, so prioritize good communication and tenant satisfaction. That way, your rental property ship will keep bringing you treasure for years to come. Number 9. Monitor your investment. Keep track of your property's performance and make adjustments as needed. This may involve raising rents, making repairs, or even selling the property if necessary. Imagine your real estate investment is like a plant in your garden. You wouldn't just plant it and forget about it, right? You'd want to check in regularly, see how it's doing, and give it what it needs to thrive. Monitoring your investment is like that. It's checking in on your property to see if it's producing what you hoped for. Are you making enough rent to cover your costs and leave some extra cash? Is the property in good shape, or are there repairs needed? Think of it like a mini report card. You're checking the rent collected grade, the property condition grade, and the overall investment happiness grade. If any of those grades are slipping, it's time to make adjustments. Maybe you need to raise the rent a bit to keep up with rising costs. Maybe it's time to fix that leaky faucet before it turns into a bigger problem. Or if the whole situation just isn't working out, maybe it's time to find a new tenant or even sell the property. The key is to be proactive, not reactive. Don't wait until things fall apart before taking action. By keeping a friendly eye on your investment, you can nip any problems in the bud and keep your real estate goals blooming. And that's your step-by-step guide to investing in real estate. Remember, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Educate yourself, define your goals, crunch the numbers, and choose the path that aligns with your vision. Brick by brick, you can build a foundation for a secure and prosperous future. This isn't the end, though. It's the exciting beginning. Take the knowledge you've gained, fuel your curiosity, and keep exploring. Connect with other investors, seek guidance from mentors, and dive deeper into the ever-evolving world of real estate. Who knows, maybe one day you'll be the one sharing your own step-by-step guide, inspiring the next generation of real estate moguls. So, go forth, empower yourself, and remember, the only thing limiting your success is your imagination. Happy investing! Thank you for watching, like and subscribe.